We recently visited Evora, the city that is considered the capital of Alentejo and also a cultural World Heritage by UNESCO. We went there to discover if Evora is a good city to move or just a wonderful place to visit. After spending 3 nights and 4 days in the region, I put together 5 of my reasons why I would move to Evora and 5 of the reasons why I definitely would not move to Evora. And after that, we will see some property in the city of Evora and what budget do you have to have if you want to purchase a property in the city walls of Evora. Also, I have a video about the properties in the countryside of Evora. I will link it below and right here on the screen. If you are interested more on the property part, please jump at the minute that appears now on the screen. So why I would move to Evora? Please keep in mind that these are very personal reasons. So I would move to Evora because it's so different from Algarve. I have spent in Algarve like 3 years now. Well, on and off, I can safely say that Algarve is not for everyone. It has everything, but it's not for everyone. So you know that advice that you should visit all parts of Portugal before settling in one of them? Well, I hope that if you are looking for a property now, you will take up on this advice because we didn't. We just visited Lisbon and Algarve and we just decided to move to Algarve. It was a very sudden decision and we should have visited all of the areas of Portugal. I'm not saying I'm regretting moving to Algarve, but there are other regions that worth considering. The second reason why I would move to Evora is the countryside and the things you can do around Evora. The wineries, the court tours, the river beaches. I have never saw a river beach until visiting Evora just 2 weeks ago. So there are a lot of things that you can explore, a lot of things that you can do in nature. It's not so much about Evora, but what is around Evora. And speaking of the region around Evora, the first reason would be that it's so close to Lisbon. You have the motorway, very easy access to Lisbon, like 2 hours I think you make, something like that. And I would have loved to be close to Lisbon, a big city, from time to time to visit. We are close as it is. We can make like 3 or 4 hours because we are going slow on the motorway. Usual people do like 2 hours and a half. Yes, we can go to see Lisbon whenever we want, but in Evora we would have been even closer. The fourth reason why I would move to Evora is the lower cost of living and the lower cost of property. Even if the houses that you are going to see is going to sound to you expensive, comparing to Algarve, it is not expensive, it's like half a price. So the cost of the property is lower and cost of living is lower, and this is not only for Evora, but the whole Alentejo is like this. And of course, Algarve is much more touristy and the prices are ramping, are insane for the properties right now and for the cost of living. I know that this might be for all of Europe right now, but it's madness here in Algarve. And the fifth reason is that I knew from the start that I was more of a person that prefers jumping from place to place rather than settling in one place. But this is not really a reason to move to Evora, but rather a reason to visit all the Portugal. So now the reason why I would not move to Evora, and I would not move to Evora, I would not leave Algarve for Evora, but I would come back to visit because I really liked our short trip there. First reason is that it's very remote and far from the airport. When we choose our house, it was very important to us to be close to the airport, and we are very close to the airport. Evora has the airport from Lisbon, but it's far away, and if you arrive during the night, you have to drive. It's not for us to be in this position. The second reason why I would not move to Evora is that it's not much to see in Evora, but around Evora. And of course, for the ones who are visiting for the first time, there are a lot to see in Evora, a lot of culture and history, but to live there, after a month, I think you would know every rock, every street. The things that you can do and explore are around Evora, and this is not a reason in itself to move to this city. You could move to Beja or Lisbon or even Algarve and just visit. The third reason that it's also personal is that it's not close to the sea. It has all that river beaches and they are lovely, but it's not the ocean. And for me, it's important to be close to the ocean. And the fourth reason is that it's a little quiet for us. We are not young, but we are not old either. And if I would like to live in the countryside, I would take a look at this area. If you want more of a busy life or you need more amenities, more things to do, maybe you would like to move in a larger place and just visit Evora. So houses in Evora. The first house we are going to see is 70,000 euros, is a T2, is very small, 49 square meters, and it's not even reflected in these pictures. This is another thing that I want you to pay attention when you are looking to buy a house, that some pictures are not the pictures of the real house that you are going to buy. These are rendered photos, how the house can look. You think that you are buying this all renovated, but in fact it is not so. This is just a picture of what you can do with the house. It's very pretty, yes, but it's not there yet, not in this money. So this is kind of like how the house would look if you invest, I think, a lot of money in the house, maybe another 70,000 euros. But yes, it has potential. So the house, it looks like that. I think is this house over here. And these are the real photos. So the house looks like this right now. I think this is the living room. I like the tall ceiling, and you saw how amazing this ceiling would look if you renovate this house. From this room here, this is the main entrance door. You are stepping into another room, which I think is a living room, and from this room to another room. So you have to go room to room. This is not very convenient. The house is very small and in need of renovation. Yes, and this is the door, goes directly into the street. The bathroom, small of course. And this is one of the roads. I think this is the entrance into the house. You see the houses have this color, yellow color, very characteristic for Evora. If I remember something from Evora, besides the food, is this color of the house. And these narrow streets. These are the streets, the neighborhood where the house is. And for a house this small, but inside the city walls of Evora, you have to pay 70,000 euros. Let's see, the ad says that this is actually a commercial space on the ground with a lot of potential, but you saw that you can also transform it into a house. It's located on Rua Serpo Pinto in the historic center of Evora. I think I visited that specific area because we visited all the historic center of Evora. And here says that it is necessary to install a kitchen and to have an authorization from the owner from the upper floor housing for placement of the smoke vent. The 3D images presented are very suggestive. So you have 3 divisions, 3 rooms, 1 bathroom with 2 accesses to outside, the main door in the main street and the other in the back street Traversa de Bota. It says that the property is in good state. It's a good area. Yes, I agree with that. It has natural light and some architectural elements which are kept as the house was built. It's the central location and it could be transformed into an Airbnb. The second property, 75,000 euros, is a Moradia in Banda. in Malagueira. Malagueira is a part of Evora. It's a district of Evora. Another small house, 57 square meters. It's only a T1. It's reduced in price. Let's see the location. It's here. So this is the city of Evora, and Malagueira, the district, is here. This is the city, the old city of Evora, and these are different boroughs, different districts of Evora, and Malagueira is one of them. So it's outside the walls. It's not like the other house within the historic center of Evora. Says it's constructed in 1987. It has one bathroom and one bedroom. Let's see the photos. It's a typical Alentejo house. These here, I think they were yellow, like we saw in the other houses, but the owner, when he renovated the house, painted this gray. I cannot say that I like it. I like, I would buy a typical house, I would try to keep as much as I could from the old feeling. So I would paint this yellow again. This is the living room. It has a nice high ceiling, but it's a little small. All the houses in Evora are a little small, and especially these ones that are not newly constructed but only renovated. This is another view of the living room. The house seems renovated. Double glazed windows, high ceiling. I like the doors. This is the bedroom. Like I said, the small bedroom, but it's good that this is a window that goes into the bathroom or it goes outside. If it goes into the bathroom, this is not good at all. This is another view of the bedroom. I like the furniture. You should always ask if the furniture comes with the house, because in Portugal it's not a given. This is the kitchen. These kind of windows that goes from one room to another, they are a little strange. But what I like is this thing here, that is a feature typical in the Alentejo house. The place where you put the oven to suck all the smells. And I like the ceiling here, that it's rounded like this. The house is renovated, you see, this is new here, so it would be ready to move in my opinion. But the main quirk of this house are the windows. This is the bathroom. The bathroom has a window that goes outside. This is clear. It's not the most nice of bathrooms, but it's functional. You see how the houses are so close together, constructed like this. So yeah, for this money, this is what you can get in Evora. This is why a lot of people who are moving in this part, they are interested in a more rural house. So I have a video about that. You can check it out. The third house is 98,000 euros. We are still below the threshold of 100,000 euros. This house is a little bigger, 76 square meters, is a T2. And most important, is within the walls of Evora, so in the city center of Evora. Again, you see these yellow colors here. Is T1 plus 1. This doesn't mean 2 bedrooms. This means 1 bedroom and 1 other room, smaller. Is on the first floor and corner to be recovered. So this house has to be renovated. Located in the historic center of the ciudad. Let's see the map. So it's somewhere over here. This is the city center, the historic center of Evora. It has a living room, a kitchenette, 2 bedrooms, one with a lounge, the other without a window. So this, usually when you see T1 plus 1, you have to expect that the plus 1 room doesn't have a window. And it has a bathroom. It's in need of restoration work, but they say they have some strong points in the property, like the excellent location, of course, the possibility to apply during the renovation work, a more comfortable and modern quality finishings. Yes, when you are renovating, this is one of the perks, that you can make your house your own. And of course, the opportunity to monetize, because it's in the city center. Let's see the photos. So I understand this one here is the house. These are the plants. This is the house from above. You can kind of make an idea how the city of Evora looks if you have never been. I especially like the houses with these terraces, but this is not the one in the ad. This is the one. Oh my god, what a hideous color. Yes, you have to renovate this. I don't know who would paint a house like this. I really don't know. This must be one of the bedrooms of one of the living rooms, I guess. These are the photos from outside the house. So this looks like an upstairs bedroom, because you see here you have these stairs. These definitely have to be renovated. You cannot live here as it is. I don't really much understand anything of this house. This must be another, I don't know, I don't think this is a room. I think this is you have a space passing through like a hallway. This is the other room, I think. It's kind of small. I think this is an entrance from a backyard into this room. This is the kitchen, very, very small kitchen. If this is all the kitchen it is, this is very small. Well, it has a window, but it's small. The bathroom, I think the bathroom is more, I don't know, it looks better from all the rooms, maybe because of the color. It's good that in the shower it has a window. And this is a panorama of the city of Evora. To tell you the truth, I don't think this house is worth the money. I mean, this other house, I think it's worth more. I know this is for 49 square meters and this one is 76 square meters, and maybe you have to go and see the house because maybe it has potential, but from the photos I really don't like this house at all for this price. Maybe the price, this is only the asking price and you can negotiate, and if you have a real good vision you can transform this house, and the location is very nice, but not my favorite house. Moving on, we are surpassing the threshold of 100,000 euros. This is 110,000 euros. 52 square meters, very small T1. But remember, this is the budget that you have to have in order to buy anything in Evora. I mean, this is the minimum money that you have to have in order to buy something within the city walls of Evora. Nice house in the heart of the historic center, ground floor, a small patio. This is a bonus. This is a plus for this house. Let's see. I mean, we can also see the map, but it's within the city walls here. They don't put the exact location, so you have to call the agent if you want to see it. Small house, ground floor, like they say, kind of a big size window if you compare this with the other windows in Evora. Oh, renovated inside. I like the colors. This is the entrance. You have a smallish hallway, but this is good, and then you enter in the actual living room. I think this is also the living room, but you can see from the other side. Small kitchen. I mean, it's not small, but the ceiling is very low and you get this feeling of small. I don't think this is actually small because you have the room to put here a table, and if you replace the furniture and you move some things around, I guess, oh, these are all the photos. I guess you can make this look larger. The important thing is to be functional. I wouldn't put a table in the kitchen anyway. Yes, so, if this is a T1, I guess this is one bedroom, so one living room, and this is the other bedroom. I don't know, because a T1 means 2 rooms. Few pictures. I think you have to go and see if you are really interested. 120,000 euros, the same square meters, 53, also a T1, also within the city walls of Evora. But this house is in the final stage of recovery, located in the city center, 200 meters from Praça do Giraldo. Praça do Giraldo is the main square of Evora. I think this is the one here. This is the Praça do Giraldo, and they say it's on one of these streets. Oh, Mr. Pickwick, we actually ate here. I love the food. It's a touristy one, the restaurant, but I love the food. I like how this house looks. I mean, you have these feelings of the fact that the house is big, even if it's not, because it's so open. The high ceiling make this looks also much bigger. I like what they did with the place. I think this is the kitchen. It's not ready yet. It's a little big in my opinion. I mean, I would have done a smaller kitchen if I have a smaller place. But it's open. So here it's also the living room and the kitchen open. I like how they renovated. So this kind of gives you an idea what you can do with a house in Evora. When you see an ugly house like we saw earlier, you can restore it, recover if you have a little bit of imagination and do it like this. I really like these colors and what they did here. Also a hallway, a little bathroom, very small bathroom, very small bathroom. I mean, I don't think you have to be very small to squeeze in here. And this is the bedroom. I think the bedroom also, it's kind of small, so you can put here a small bed, one size bed for one person, or maybe if you put a bed for 2 persons, this is it. You cannot put anything else. It's good that you have a window and a cat. So a small house, but tastefully recovered, and I think in this price you are also paying for the renovation. We are going up and priced 143,000 euros, 50 square meters. This is a T2, but this is not in the city center of Evora, is in Malagueira, which is the bairro, the district outside Evora. So this is Evora here, and Malagueira is here. So yes, if you go outside the city walls of Evora, even if you are still in Evora, you are going to get a better price. But again, if you want to rent this property, it doesn't have the same appeal. The houses are not the same here. You don't have the same feeling as if you would stay in actually city center of Evora. It's a T2, ground floor apartment with the door on the street. It has a living room, a bathroom, and 2 bedrooms with wardrobe, equipped with water heater, refrigerator, dishwasher, oven. Let's see it. So this is kind of the district. Here you have the city of Evora, the city center of Evora, because this is also Evora. So yeah, like you see, it's not the same feeling. The houses they are not so characteristic. So I understand this is the apartment here. It's nicely done and decorated. It has also a fireplace. The windows are bigger. You have some advantages, but it's not a traditional apartment or house. I like it. How it looks on the inside, I like it. On the outside, not so much. The fireplace here, it's nice. This is one bedroom. This is the other bedroom. This is very small bedroom, kind of for a kid or something. The bathroom is nice. It's big. It's functional. And this is kind of the apartment. I don't understand if this is a garage or something. They didn't specify anything about the garage. Well, I don't like the building, but I like the apartment. So I guess it depends on your style and what you want, how you want to live. If you want a bigger place, you have to go outside the Evora, because there all the houses are very small or very expensive. 140,000 euros, 80 square meters, so we are doubling the square meters, a T2, outside the city center of Evora, in the same neighborhood, Malagueira. But here we are talking about a house, a typical house that was recovered, an exclusive single-family house located in the area of excellence in the city of Evora, but not in the city center. Yes, it's a ready-to-live-in property, 2 bedrooms, bathroom, living room, a kitchen with a chimney. It says that it has a terrace. The house has been restored and in perfect conditions. Let's see it. So you enter in the house from actually the street. I guess this is the house here. The house looks in good condition. I like how it looks. This would be the living room. It's kind of small, and they did this kind of like the hallway. This is the entrance door, so you enter, you have this space here, and then you enter in the living room. The living room continues like an open space with the kitchen here. I like the bedroom. It's kind of big. The bathroom is okay. So the house is renovated, but it has some details. Look at this. This has not been replaced. So it's usable, but not all brand new. This would be the second bedroom. So I understand that you are entering in the second bedroom from the kitchen. I don't know if you have a window here. It appears that you don't have a window in this second bedroom. This is not good. I'm kind of afraid of this kind of installation because I don't know how to use it. And if this is a fire here, you actually have to know how to use it if you need wood. This seems complicated to me. I mean, it's much more than I could handle. What I like about this house is these details you see here in the actual structure of the house. The kitchen seems big and has all these quirky corners. I like, and I like the furniture. This is wood. I don't know if the furniture comes with the house. It would be good to come with the house because it makes it look better. And this is the patio outside. I think it's important in Portugal to have a little space outside. I like this. And also a terrace. All in all, a good house for the price. I thought that it was interesting to show you this house. And this is the last house because I don't want to go over this kind of price, 160,000 euros. It's still a good price to buy a property, but for the area it's kind of expensive because the people who are coming to buy in Alentejo, in this part of the Portugal, they are interested more in a rural property. But I wanted to make a video also about the city center of Evora because I was inspired by my travels there, and I wanted to show you the houses within the city center. But I know that not many people are going to buy a house here. If you are going to buy a house here, you are going to do it for commercial purpose, to rent for tourists. So this is kind of a steep investment to make for this area. If I would show you the houses in this price in Algarve, this would be kind of the starting point, entering point for a house in Algarve, but not for Evora. So this is kind of the last one. This is a T2, 62 square meters, a rustic townhouse remodeled in the historic center of Evora. This is important. It's in the historic center of Evora. Of course, it's much higher in price. 2 bedrooms, a kitchen, a full bathroom. Is very close to everything, the Riraldo Square, the Roman Temple, because if you are within the city center of Evora, you are close to everything. So this is a good place to be if you want to move or if you want to rent. A typical facade of the house, a typical house within the interior of the house, very small windows, very small spaces, but with these arches. I like that they removed the doors. I couldn't live in a house without the doors myself, but for an Airbnb, I mean, there are not a lot of people who want privacy. There are even some houses who don't have doors at bathrooms. Yes, I couldn't live like that, but there are a lot of people who do live like that. So this would be the living room, the kitchen, nicely redone. I really don't like this counter space, this color. Why would you put this? This is so typical. We have this in all our houses in the resort, and I see this color everywhere. Why would you put black? I cannot understand, but this is kind of the typical what you see. I think it's something they do here in Portugal with this black counter space. Nicely remodeled. I like that they kept these niches in the wall. They are very nice, and you can decorate it in the Portuguese style. I think this is the bedroom, and you have a small window. Yes, this is very characteristic. You don't have a lot of light here, but at least you have fresh air. This is another bedroom. You have here like a more normal window that goes in directly into the street. This could be noisy, but again, if you are buying a house in a town, it's going to be noisy. The Evora is quiet, but again, this would be the living room. It looks like it has different corners and spaces. You can, if you go to see the house, I think you would make a better idea how to use all these niches. I like this, that you can make a better idea how the house is structured. So you have this kitchen here, this is the living room, and then you have all these quirks, all these hallways. You have here a room, and a bathroom here. So these are kind of the houses and the budget that you have to buy a house in Evora. Of course, if you go much higher, 200,000 euros, you are going to see houses, much nicer houses like that. You know, with this type of furniture, this would be a house that I would buy or want to live. But look at this, how wonderful it is. This is 187,000 euros. You also can have something like this. But this will cost you up to 200,000 euros. Up to 300,000 euros, you would buy something like this with a very big terrace. And the house looks like this. Yes, I would want to live in a house with this kind of renovation and furniture, but in the same time a typical house. So yeah, you can, if you have a bigger budget, you can buy something nice in Evora too. But for the average budget, this is kind of what you get. So thank you very much for watching, and I'm going to see you in the next one.